Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of Dead Space. We are no longer aboard the Ishimura. We're currently aboard the it's like the Vengeance or something. I'm trying to think. But this is the ship that was supposed to, well, they were coming to help us out. They picked up our distress beacon. They were on their way over, and then they picked up the distress pod with, well, probably not that specific guy, but the dude that got ejected in the escape pod earlier in the story. And I guess they opened it up without looking inside and seeing that there was a horrible monster in there. And that makes sense, because this is not a world that has had a lot of experience with
we have a problem.
Horrible monsters.
The Valor's carrying a 12-megaton warhead. The crash hit the torpedo bay hard. I need you to handle that nuke right away, before something sets it off.
Handle 12 megatons? You know I'm not a nuclear engineer, right?
I don't need you to be. Just stabilize the warhead and eject it away from the Ishimura.
Christ, Hammond.
No one trained you to carve up monsters with a plasma cutter either. You haven't let us down yet.
It was less training and more just what I was practicing in my spare time. I wonder if I hit them with bleach it'll do anything. Probably not. Right. I mean, I do get it. There was a distress beacon, there was a life pod, they brought it aboard, or otherwise docked to it, and it might not have occurred to anybody to look into the window or listen to the howling screams of violent rage that were coming from inside before they popped it open. Also, I mean, who knows what happens to necromorphs when they don't have anything to actively eat? Do they wander around looking, or do they just sort of like stand in the corner and metastasize? Okay, let's expect somebody to come up from behind. I don't know what to make of this, honestly. I'm only partially sure it's stopped moving. So that guy was glitching and teleporting.
The soldiers must have had stasis units on their armor. When they were turned, those units merged right into their bodies. Changed them. They're fucking fast, Isaac. Stay sharp.
Thanks for the heads up. When I say glitching, like he was sort of like, well, I really mean that he was glitching, but I don't mean in like a the game is broken sort of way. He was sort of like zipping and zooping. So I tried stasis on him, and that did nothing. And that's why he got up on me so hard. So if I take that out, the door might close. I don't want to do it just yet. Let me look around in here first. Oh. It's an elevator. So let me pull this out and do see what happens. I feel like I didn't want to do that. Is the elevator off now? All right. Just for now, we'll put this back in. Oh dear, did I break it? Hold on. Oh, son of a bitch, really? Dispose of the warhead. Well, that's gonna be tough. Just one last try, right? No, it's really, really upset. Eyes only, priority black, Commander Cardigan, Chief of Staff. Operation White Light, Aegis System Deep Cleanse. CEC vessel USG Ishimura in breach of EarthGov system isolation order. Believed to have recovered marker 3A. Special Ops has confirmed the system, but unable to provide planet location. Exercise extreme caution. If Marker 3A has been recovered, onboard infection is a credible threat. Operational orders. Shock point to Aegis system. Move to position out of local scope range and await signal from Ishimura to confirm location. Objectives. Secure Marker 3A. If infection is present, initiate sterilization protocol Iridice. I don't know how to say that word. If infection is not present, initiate containment protocol Apollo. All personnel must, without exception, submit to full psychological examination during debriefing. And the trouble is, although this sounds like it was prepped to be awfully violent, it would have been better if it was. Like, these guys are still the good guys in this story because they recognize the danger of the marker. Apparently the orders were, come here, do not yet initiate contact or start broadcasting because we need to find out exactly where the Ishimura is. And then as soon as you have a location on them, go find out what's happening. That's why they were here so quickly after the distress beacon was launched.
This is Commander Cadigan to all hands. We have been boarded by hostile forces. Hostiles are aliens. Repeat, aliens. And extremely dangerous. All personnel to arms. Fire at will.
Just Cadigan, not Cardigan. Off by an R. So under other circumstances, I would say this is a bug, but we know they had stasis units in their armor, so maybe that guy is just kind of frozen in time. Or frozen in space, really. I'm sure that he's still very dead. So now I can pull this power core. Yes, because I've been everywhere else I'd want to go. I guess. I don't like these fast guys. And I don't like the fact that I can't move. That's... Okay, just running isn't going to help against the guys who can move at the speed of sound. Oh, that's bad for me. Okay, I'm relatively sure that I stopped the flyer from consuming this corpse. They don't seem to like to go through with their meal if they're on fire. Wait, time out. Let's take a look to see if we've got any small... Yeah, we got a couple. Just enough to move us out of immediate danger. And then I pushed B a third time. That's okay. I mean, none of it got wasted. That's the worst. The worst thing for me is if you're playing in a game with very limited resources and you use a valuable resource and just it goes to no purpose. Okay, sorry, I'm...
Clark? Hello? I must speak with you.
Who is this?
Dr. Terrence Kine, the Ishimura's chief science officer. I studied the marker for the church.
I'm done talking to unitologists.
But the planet won't rest until the marker is returned. You can't leave.
Watch me.
Caution. Radiation hazard.
Do I have... This is like a super weird thing to care about, but I absolutely do.
Caution. Radiation hazard.
Okay. Before we go into the radiation hazard room, let's... What did I have in here? The force gun?
Caution. Radiation hazard.
Okay. Let's save her up.
Radiation hazard. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
Wait, I don't like... This is very tense music.
Unstable. Contain all
Boy, they weren't kidding about the unstable core. Okay. If only the video game had given me any indication that... And even if you didn't save it, they still give you a checkpoint right outside the door. That is nice of them.
Contain all explosive materials. Unstable. Contain all explosive materials. Caution. Warhead unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
That was really... Fuck. Okay, we gotta detach his bomb arm. I thought that we could kill him by maybe severing the other limbs, but he's like, nope, can't live like this.
Caution. Unstable. Contain all explosive materials.
Oh, that got all three. Okay, I can accept that. And that's gonna knock him down for a second. Why don't we see if we can get all three over here? Okay, cool. Does that in any way make this easier for me? Nope. I thought maybe severing all the lines would detach the warhead, remove its electrical supply so it was no longer armed. Okay, that only knocks him down. I don't think it makes him suicidal. This still doesn't really answer what else I'm supposed to do in here. Except not get caught by this guy. That's not... I promise I thought I had the plasma cutter out. I was trying to rotate the thing. That's why it shot a blade. I like it when the hardest boss in the game is a room with one guy in it. Alright, I'm gonna try to lock him down rather for a moment. Okay, I took his bomb arm off, right? So now maybe he doesn't blow it up. It's kind of annoying, as opposed to lethal. Okay, so we successfully neutered that guy. There's this guy over here who also has a bomb arm. I don't have as clear a shot on that, but we can at least take off one of his other arms. Oh, there's a power core back there. And now it's behind a bomb. So let's see if we can do this carefully. Okay. Let's see if we can do this at all. Because that was the opposite of careful. Power required to release warhead. Oh, maybe that's what the socket was over here. I was just interpreting it as like a vent. That is simply a vent. Oh. No, I was about to say. There it is. I really don't think that was supposed to be as difficult as it appeared to be.
Okay.
For viewers.
Hammond, this doesn't add up. If the Valor was just on patrol, why bring a nuke? And if they had a target, what's out here except us?
Yeah, I know. I'm downloading a munitions report right now. I'll clear your route to the engine room. Grab that singularity core and let's get out of here.
Boy, Isaac needs to read that text log that he read. Because I feel like I know exactly why they had a nuke and what they were doing out here and that it wasn't just a patrol. Okay, so we've done the nuke room. The armory. That seems like a place I'd like to go. Although, if the armory is stocked on cutter blades and plasma cutter ammo, I might have questions. Pulse rifle ammo would be great. Fuck. Stomp. Is anything here still moving? That was a panic stomp. Yeah, that guy can have some plasma energy. I want the lockers full of pulse rifle ammo. In the shooting range, maybe. Fuck. So sometimes these guys go fast and sometimes they go in slow-mo, and I don't know what governs their choices there. I'm not sure if I feel a little bit like they have a certain amount of, like, go super fast mode, and then they're going to slip into slow-mo. And that just sort of happens on its own. Like, they have their own circadian rhythm to that part of their life. But I don't actually know, and it's possible that after a certain amount of damage they go into slow-mo, or just fire wildly at them. Spastically jam down the trigger until they stop moving. That's the enemy that I need. I need to face against the enemy that just, the more you panic, the weaker they become. That's what I like. More pulse rifle ammo, please. Valor. Activate the shooting range. Well, maybe. This doesn't seem to be a very mini-game intensive horror title. Okay, well, there doesn't seem to be anything else screaming and charging at me with blades. So why don't we... Oops. Why don't we get the pulse rifle out? 240 bullets, goddamn. Wait, hold on. Okay, now we can switch weapons. I wanted to make sure that we had as much put away in the weapon as possible.
Shooting range online. Caution. Live fire exercise.
Wait, that's not a pulse rifle? Darn it! Well, that's really stupid. Can I restart this? I wanted to try it, but now I've just wasted a blade. This? Nope. Well, I didn't get to do the shooting range. Oh, no! Right, these are the big armor guys. What is happening to me? Hold on. There's another baby. I see him.
Out of service. Please contact maintenance.
Man. I really did want to try it, even if it was kind of a waste of ammo. It seemed like it would be a fun thing to do. Well, that's Dead Space for you. It's only fun in the way that you get to play the video game. Like, Isaac Clarke is the one who doesn't get to have any fun here. I need to check every single one of these bodies because I was not clearing them as we went. Any body that looks more than or less than slightly dismembered, we have to check. On the plus side, it was a really fun fight. Like, I, the video game player, enjoyed that sequence a lot. It's just that Isaac was denied his one and only entertainment. He's really only allowed to have fun in a couple of ways. One is he gets to reunite with Nicole, and he did get to see her, but she was on the other side of, like, a trench. And also appears to be under the influence of the marker. I really keyed in on her saying... you know, we'll get back together, Isaac, and make us whole, because that's what everybody's scrawling on the walls all the time. So it appears that she's under the influence of the marker. Whether or not there's anything we can do about that remains to be seen. And then the other thing was doing that shooting range. This man has a cherished possession. Can I feel like there's nothing I can do here, sir. I'm an engineer, not a amputation doctor. Do I just let this go on? Usually the NPCs fade away very quickly after I arrive. I'm gonna... Oh, there he goes. Okay. Yeah, why don't you come right over here? Why the hell does this exist? Oh. Schematics. To large med packs. Okay, similar to ammunition... Oh. There she is. Alright, I feel like we've got a predictable pattern here. No, okay, no, go! What the? I got stuck on the table! Oh, I'm so mad! Yes, I shot it a little late, but we were clear. All we had to do, he banged his shin on the table. Oh, Isaac. Be better than I am, Isaac. Correct for my mistakes. Okay, we'll wait for that guy to go. We'll grab our schematics. Oh, fuck! So, we had a deal. Well, that extra sucks, man. I shouldn't have taken my eyes off of him. You know what? We're going to go in this direction. I feel like I have a better sense for it. Now go. Not until he stops moving altogether. Okay, there was also a stasis recharge on the other side of the room that I didn't get, and now I can't get back to it. Because I did everything else over there except that, and there is not enough time to run. So... Oh, but we can use this. And there's one right here. Alright. B? I'm tempted to B again, but we're going to wait for a moment.
Isaac, you hearing this? It's Chen. There, on the rig link. Did I lock him in alive?
Chen's dead. You know that.
I know my own fucking corporal. Chen, come in.
Okay, not Glenn, then. Chen. At least I was close. Most of the time when I'm off by a name, I'm off by, like, 4/5 of the letters. Just very briefly, I was like, is that a System Shock 2 reference? Because if I remember correctly, in System Shock 2, at the very beginning of the game, you, like, have 3 paths, but I think it's Marine Corps, then Navy, then PsyOps, rather than in that order. It's just, the 3 pathways just absolutely caught my eye for a second. And I wouldn't be surprised if the creators of this game had a little bit of System Shock in their heads as well. This is probably most directly inspired by Resident Evil 4 and Event Horizon. Like, those both seem like real natural inspiration points. But hey, if you're doing a horror-themed space game, there's worse inspirations for sure than System Shock 2. Man, I love System Shock 2 when that game came out. We were talking about demos a little bit ago, and I played the demo for System Shock 2. And you know what? The only character class that I ever played in System Shock, demo or main game, was the Psyops one. Because I really liked the telekinesis and some of the like special powers that you could get. Go, go, go! Okay. Let's please remember that there's a death floor outside when we go to leave. Write a note on your hand real quick. I'm making a joke of it, and yet I'm dead serious. I'm gonna walk out of here and be dead serious. Okay, let's stand here so the door hopefully doesn't close, and now we can go. Now, that said, I would like to save it so that we don't have to move all those cubes again. Yeah, outer space, future outer space and horror, just, it's a great combination. Oh, this is the pod! I should probably sound less enthusiastic. It wasn't a source of enthusiasm for anybody else. I guess Chen had a good time with it. Okay. I have a feeling that this room might get real loud. We've got 2 stasis refills. We've got the stasis canisters back there. Yeah.
Unknown biohazard detected. Lockdown initiated.
Okay, why did that not sever? Thought I hit that second shot. Why I didn't just start with the Ripper the very moment this guy showed up. Okay, timeout. Do I have time to equip the Force Gun? Because I do think that, like, in-your-face shotgun blast that the Force Gun does, probably a pretty good match for those guys that charge and juke and get in real close. That's not the Force Gun, though. I guess that's fine. Is there another one? Okay, if he wants to run around on the shock floor, that's a great plan. Yeah, you could just keep hanging out. Oh, what I should do is stasis him when he's doing that, though. Oh, did it not fail? Run! Run, Isaac! really hope that killed him. Okay. Go. Go. What I'm looking for is another, like, stasis refill pod. Yeah. Balls. I can't get around behind him here.
Lockdown disengaged.
Okay, I'm not confident that I stomped my way through all of this gore, so we just gotta check it out real quick. Thought that might be a pickup, and I guess in a manner of speaking it is. Ichabod Cranes of the world. Probably get a lot of use out of it. So let's take a look quick inventory of our health kits, because the inventory of our health is very poor. Yes. I don't see how we don't use this and the small right now. Although, you know what? They might have a new rig for sale on here. I probably should have stopped to check before that, because I think that when we equip a new rig, Isaac gets a full health recharge. The odds of that happening within the next few seconds are pretty low, though. Completely random errant thought. I wonder if they'll ever do another Watch Dogs. I thought the first game actually doesn't make a great first impression and then gets better as you go, which I don't know is always that common for games. I feel like most games really work hard to put their best foot forward, and then maybe later on the game mechanics grow a little bit stale. You know, you sort of have seen the best stuff that there is. Watch Dogs, that first game, in my opinion, only got better as you went further, unlocked new abilities, got a better sense for how the game challenges were meant to be tackled. Like what the developers had in mind with the gameplay loops that they wanted to do. And then Watch Dogs 2 was...
The Valor's munition loss. It wasn't just a nuke. They came loaded for war, seek and destroy. This was no patrol. They knew about the Ishimura. Someone knew. We were all dead from the moment we arrived.
I'd probably want to revisit Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2 again. I'm just making sure there's nothing buried under here. Oh, hold on. But in my memory, Watch Dogs 2 is probably like, it's got a more likable cast, and I think like it better delivers on a lot of the things that it was trying to do, but it also does remove a few things. Like it doesn't have that cool like slow-mo bullet time and stuff, which leads to an experience that's different, but I don't think inherently better. I think that there's ways to recommend both games. Yeah, we're definitely saving. Rolling in cash aboard the Valor here. And we've got a dead elevator. Hopefully we'll be able to use that later. I feel like some of the jets down at the far end never shut off, so I don't know what to do about those yet. Okay. Oh. Now I know what to do. There's a thing over there. Can I get around to that from the other side? Doesn't look like it. I want that thing. Hold on a second. Sorry, by thing I mean like power node. The trouble is, Isaac can't bend his knees. Maybe we can get that after we turn off the gas or something. Let's wait for the next explosion. Or engine test, whatever that is. Can I get that? Oh, this would let us do the thing. I think. So, what we need to do is move this forward enough. And then we can hold this up in front of us. And now we can get the power node. Boy, carrying all of this flamethrower fuel is going to go great if any of that fire touches me. Okay, now the question is, can we go back the same way? Because I'm just a little pessimistic about my ability to do that. Okay. Now, I want to go back and save, but that feels like a very long way away from right now. So, I kind of want to see what's over there, and I think that any one box can do that for me. And 2 boxes can do it extra easily. So if I stand here and grab the top box, put that box there. Yep, and now we'll grab this box, put you here. Just don't grab the wrong box and we'll be fine. Hold on, what are the circuits called, do you think? Jets of death on/off. It's fire suppression system or elevators. Well, let's start here. Fuck! Why am I shooting fire? Oh, I hate it. I can't. Okay. I did try to push left to get to Ripper Blade, and there's a very, very slight animation priority where if Isaac is doing any other thing when you like go to switch weapons, he just doesn't switch weapons. He doesn't queue it up and do it on his next opportunity. He just doesn't happen. And that's perfectly fine. You know, if you're opening a locker or stomping a monster to death, you may not then immediately switch weapons. So I get it, and also that's a case where it sort of caught me out a little bit. Hold on, we'll get the money. Oh! Okay. Okay. Have we... Now that the fire suppression system is done, I think the elevator is back on. Yeah, the cargo lift. Okay, didn't mean to press B, but also not that upset about it, because I could definitely have used the help. I wonder if when they were designing the levels for this game... Look at the lighting here. Look at how gorgeous that is. Hold on, I want to see it again. Look at that. Oh, I want to have a lightsaber fight here. I wonder when they were, like, laying out the levels... both on the Ishimura and now here aboard the Valor.
Unknown
Wait.
biohazard detected. Lockdown initiated.
Another malfunction. I have the Ishimuras in the red. Someone get the door open. Chen? What did that thing do to you? Help me get him to the Kelly.
Shoot him. It's not Chip. Shoot him!
What?
Shoot him!
Chen? No.
Helmet!
You're what killed him.
Oh, God. Helmet! Helmet! No!
Quarantine lockdown disengaged.
Okay.
Rerouting power.
Just...
What? Hammond's vitals, they just flatlined.
Hammond's gone. Hammond shit.
Oh my god. Fuck! The Valor's gonna blow! Go!
Oh, we might be on a timer here.
Warning. Primary systems failure.
I kind of want to
Evacuate
save, and also I'm
immediately.
not sure that's a great idea.
Warning. Primary systems failure. Evacuate immediately. Warning. Primary systems failure. Evacuate immediately.
Go. Go! Bro, I don't know. Oh, hold on. We can do this. Keep forgetting that stasis doesn't work on these guys. That's it, you guys. That's all the health that I've got.
Warning. Warning. Heat exchanger offline.
There was a dude, and I do feel like I'm in an emergency situation, but... Anybody leaving behind any health packs? Go.
Warning. Critical overload.
Okay, I don't maybe want to go that way.
Warning. Critical overload in main electrical grid.
Incoming debris. Sealing blast door.
I recognize this room. I solved a puzzle here once.
Isaac, come in.
I'm here. Fuck, that was close.
Chen, Johnston, now Hammond. And I'm tracking movement from the Valor. I think some of those mutated soldiers made it on board. What about the Valor's singularity core?
It's covered in blood, but I got it. God, I hope Hammond was right about that shuttle.
He said it was on the crew deck, along with every unitologist on the ship and their marker. You'll need to Wait, someone's opened the door near the bridge atrium? It'll get you to the crew deck, but who's left with that kind of clearance? Isaac, something's up, but we have to get that shuttle. For God's sake, be careful. We're all that's left.
Exiting zero gravity.
Okay, we gotta go find a supervisor's rig. Did we... We did see this? I don't remember.
Unsent message retrieved from array buffer.
Progress report, Captain Benjamin Mathias to Paragon Jordan, Una. This will be my last transmission. Afterwards, I'll make sure our pilgrimage can be completed without interference. We have successfully brought the Holy Marker on board. Dr. Kine, an expert on the original marker, is deciphering its secrets. Forgive me for quarantining Aegis 7. Director Eckhart's work may have been inconvenienced, but we're suffering some sort of epidemic. Regardless, Planet Crack begins tomorrow on schedule. CEC can scratch out its illegal operation now that the true prize is ours. Let's the Earth God try to cover this up. Altman be praised. Matthias out.
We definitely didn't see that before. Looks like we swept through here pretty thoroughly. Thank you. That's a big help. Okay, let's check our... Now that we're back aboard the Ishimura, let's take a quick look at our... We do want to investigate hydroponics, and we want to find both of these. Are these both... That's tram maintenance and engineering and hydroponics. And Mercer's quarters, which I don't have access to, while the crew deck is sealed off. All right. Let's probably go do this, and then we'll stop by engineering. We'll see, but every one of these is get back to the tram. Let's also check the map. There's a save station right there. Let me just look in this room again. I'm 99% sure that we've already picked up everything that can be picked up. We didn't get any new security clearances or anything, so I'm not... Nope, hold on. We want to do a new one. To a large extent, we're just headed back. I don't remember there being a lot of things in this area. Last time we were here, I'm pretty sure that I had level 3 clearance. I've already cleared out this sort of center point room. What I was going to ask earlier before everything started blowing up is, I wonder if when they were designing the levels, they started with like a general outline of the shape of the Ishimura, and then actually tried to design the levels around something that would make sense within that space, or if they were just in general, screw it. You know, close enough. Let's design cool levels and really not worry about how they would fit into the hull of a ship. And I would kind of expect that second thing. Honestly, if you were to layer every level, hydroponics and medical and everything so that they were all laid out end to end and layered on top of each other. Oh, hold on. We're getting a little misty in here. And they like perfectly described the general size and shape of the Ishimura as presented in cutscenes and whatever. That would be cool. And also the sort of thing that 3 people on planet Earth would ever know to look for. Otherwise, everybody else is just playing in cool levels. So I feel like that would have been a lot of extra time and effort for not a lot of payoff. And yet, if they did do that, that'd be really awesome. Just double checking our direction every once in a while. Yeah, the next room might kill me. Okay, back to the tram. So we'll probably do them in order. Wait, comma, do we have a shop in here or anything? No. I bet you we'll have lots of shops and benches wherever we go from here, though. So we want to stop by hydroponics, maintenance, and I guess the crew quarters. What is closest to me? I'm on the bridge. Medical, hangar, and that's tram control. And then hydroponics and engineering. So if we go to tram control first, let me just double check our tasks. Actually, maybe we'll start from the back of the ship and then go forward. Hydroponics, that's tram maintenance, that's engineering, that's hydroponics. All right. Let me go to engineering then first, and then we'll come back forward.
Engineering.
I also happen to think that engineering is going to be the part of the ship that will have the most abundance of level 3 things that I haven't opened up yet. Because I don't think we've been there since we got level 3 clearance.
Now arriving at mining engineering. Check station when departing.
Okay, let's set our goal. Chief Engineer's rig. I have so many things to sell. Like, it's been a minute since we've seen a shop because there were none, at least none that I found on the Valor. There's one right in the next room. I'm gonna have to see how much a large med pack is, because right at this moment, I really, really need one. That said, let's sell. Sell. Right, we're gonna put some force energy away. Some of this away. Let's put some bullets away. And at least one of these and one of these. And it clears up a lot of inventory space. In our storage, we do have one large med kit. I think I definitely take that out. After that, I don't have a lot that I'd want to pull out. I do think that we might sell these, and I also think that we're going to sell them maybe when we need the money again, because I've got a lot of those stasis packs. 10 grand for a large. I would prefer not to. Are there any other weapon upgrades to buy? No. Okay, and no rigs. Alright, let's stop by a bench, because I have many nodes that I'd like to make use of. There are no benches anywhere here, but I do have level 3 clearance. Alright, let's save it then. Why is that? That kind of seems like a problem. Can you get here from the other side of the tram, or is there no other side of the tram here? Also, wait, where does this go? Well, some other place. Hold on, let's go. So that goes here. And then all the way down and around. Yeah, okay. So we'll follow this way. I feel like we need to plug power into the other side there then. We're fine. Oh, wait. This wants to go where? Wait, I don't like the looks of that. Why are you leading me backwards? Isn't this... You guys, I'd swear to God, this is the way that we just came in here. That it wants to go back to. Well, hold on, there's a... Can I... Sorry, that's a lot of sentences that aren't going anywhere. There's a level 2 room over here. I would love to visit that. How do I get there from where I am? I feel like I don't know. Leave the shock drive room. Oh, fuck! Didn't mean to yell. Boy, am I turned around right now in terms of, like, where I am on this map. So, that wants to go back there. And then, oops, to here. And then into the level 3 room, which is a great plan. After I go to the level 2 room, if I can figure out how to get there. Is this it? Yeah, right there. Hold on. Where am I? Okay, I think this is where I want to be. Nope. Hold on, get that off the screen. Yes. Yep, if we follow this back, there's a level 2 room. I might want to use my last med kit as well. I feel like, not to metagame this too much, but the fewer med kits that I have on my body, the more likely we are to find more. Okay, right here.
Clearance confirmed.
Man, when we visit a bench, we're gonna go up in power by like 15% just on this next visit. Okay. That is our level 2 room. And there's a bench right around the corner and something important next to it, it looks like. Wait. Okay, that... light I thought represented something valuable. I know that sound. These bugs. That's not the way I want to go. During combat, all bets are off. Take any path to get a little bit of distance. Once you're done, though, gotta go figure out where I meant to go.
Cannot determine clearance level. Master security override required.
Our suit is almost completely full. This is what, stasis energy? You know what, with 6 nodes, I'm going to pick up the stasis energy. I kind of want the air as well, but let's take a look here. Capacity on this is great. SP3 is melee attacks can knock enemies prone. I gotta feel like, why not? We go through another rate of fire to get that? Sure. Pulse rifle. So any damage upgrades on this would be great. SP2 is not in reach. Greatly increases ammunition capacity. Probably. Can we get any damage on the Ripper? We sure can. And I think that Ripper is a fan favorite for me. This is ammo. No, additional ricochet. Let's take capacity and damage. And then we've got one more, so we'd go with SP2, which, again, the ricochet is just not my... That's just not my playstyle. And then the flamethrower. Capacity, reload, damage... Duration is how long it burns, I think. Kind of want that. Yeah. Fire walls burn for much longer. I don't really do those. Let's take duration. There are achievements for killing certain numbers of enemies with the different weapons, and I would ideally like to get that for the contact and line gun, but I don't know. I don't feel like I have tons of extra ammo for that. Okay, now we'll follow our line and get into that level 3 room. I feel pretty good about this in terms of the nodes that we spent. Okay. Where are we off to? On our way out, let's make a pact to try to get the shortcut door powered on. Okay, Force Gun v Baby is a winning combination. Except I think that we might have lost the corpse. Which is fine, I didn't take any damage from the baby. What is that? What is... God damn it! Please, please, fuck. Just take all of the possible damage from it. That's fantastic. I tried to get to the flamethrower and no. Get out! Okay, let's just pretend that that's not happening. Do we want to save that? I mean, yes. Okay, before we go down the stairs of popcorn monsters, is there... Is there anything in here for me, the engine room? No. I feel like we've been through there. Well, there's a stasis recharge in here. Recover the point that we just spent. Well, hold on, what's this room? It appears to be someplace I haven't been. At least it's not lit up on the map. Alright, I don't have anything new to do with the bench, but just in case touching this represents a save point, let's just pop this open. I have to return to my roots of carefully checking doors before I march through them. The enemies, having discovered that they can't always get Isaac with the attack from the front and then also from behind Gambit, have now discovered that they can get him by just, like, lurking behind random doors. He'll be by eventually. You can't control that wanderlust. The instinct to loot.
Reporting. Maintenance is... What was I saying? That's right, since they brought that marker on board. I'm a little, The only thing I remember clearly is that engine inspection. I went into the chamber, and instead of the primary engine, there was a heart. A heart the size of the room, just pumping. And Henderson said something, and when I looked back, it was shooting again. I can still hear the pumping. That helps. If I can get close enough. Yeah. Go right inside, maybe, where it's warm and dark. Ooh, yeah. That makes sense.
I hear something, and I don't know where it is. And I think it knows exactly where I am. Did he not drop a claw? Usually those guys drop big, long bone skewers you can use, but I was only able to find normal bones that apparently don't do as much damage. Okay, before we go through the speedy doors... Oh, boy. Okay, map time. Actually, it's probably just follow line time. Like, so wait, what have we selected? Find tram, supervisor, Benson's rig. Yeah, let's do that, or, you know, I think so. And then we'll work on retrieving the shuttle. Sorry, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do hydroponics. And then go to the shuttle. Keep trying to find ways to not spend bullets. Okay, where do we stand for health units? Okay, actually, we've got some good options here. Let's use that. I don't like that sound. What's happening? Okay, as we were saying. Okay, and now we've got 2 mediums, which is, gotta say, not a bad place to be. We've got some good plasma ammo, good pulse rifle ammo. Yeah. No, the only thing we're running a little bit light on is force gun, and I guess we've technically got 10 Ripper blades, but we're doing okay on the whole. Okay, now we can make oxygen tanks. I really hope I never have to make an oxygen tank. Interestingly, I would have sworn that we had an overabundance of Ripper blades, and they are not here. Now I did switch to using a bunch of Ripper blades, but yeah, let's pull this out. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Maybe I moved it into storage. Okay, I was looking in the wrong place. Yeah, let's pull these out. And then I do have a lot of line racks. It might be time to pull those and switch weapons. Okay. I didn't actually fill it up, so although I didn't mean to use that, it's fine. Okay. Let's put away a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna put away some of those pulse rifle bullets. Move to storage. Okay, now we're ready to go. Like strutting around the Ishimura with a full health bar is just begging for somebody to say, we'll see about that. So let's just take a quick look at our objectives. I'm pretty sure that the one that we have selected is the one that we want to do. That's tram maintenance and that's hydroponics. So it's whichever one is closer. Hydroponics is closer, so we're going to do that one.
Hydroponics. Now arriving at hydroponics.
Nicole tried to stand up for Harris. In her report, she said Mercer took Harris to hydroponics. Let's see what Mercer was doing there. Pursuing self-improvement exercises. That's my personal wager. This seems like the sort of... Well, no, this is a bathroom. I don't remember in any bathrooms where they had, like, level 3 and... level 2 and 3 security clearances. Every time.
This is Dr. Elizabeth Cross.
Dr. Elizabeth Cross is one of the most effective, consistent and effective jump scares in the game. She comes around the corner and just catches me cold every time. Wait, this is investigate hydroponics. If they weren't already planning on decommissioning the Ishimura, either at the end of, what did they say, like, next year, or with a nuclear weapon, I feel like they'd get there anyway. Like, they'll never ever clean this out. Set aside the alien organisms and all of the dead tissue that's rapidly multiplying and procreating throughout the ship. In addition to all of that, you would just think that the whole thing would be full of mildew and black mold by this point. Like, it doesn't even have to be that exotic of a pathogen. Okay, I'm tempted to just back out.
Toxic hazard cleared.
Prototype stasis module, I like the sound of that.
You don't mind me recording, do you? You lose language. It's so green here. There are worse places to work discreetly. They keep poisons here that would never be allowed near medical, and now you're invulnerable to all of them. Cellular regeneration. Will I kill you? If you try, Mr. Harris, I have options. The containment module, for example. Remember your last brain surgery? Stasis with consciousness? Quite useful. If only I hadn't wasted so much osmium on my last module design. It hurt. And how do you feel now? Dead. Awake. Whole. Then perhaps it's time for your first real hunt.
Premeditated malpractice. What a fantastic name for anything. I will feel disappointed. I don't want the doctor to go down with the ship. I want the doctor to go down at the end of my weapon. I consider it like a personal imperative that we settle up with that dude. Can I pick up the coffee cup, by the way? Oh, you can?
Toxic hazard cleared.
I find the Force Gun very useful for clearing space, but I find it entertaining for the fact that it just blasts everything off their bones. It's an instant skinning machine. Let me just very quickly, I've been checking the map a lot in this episode just because I'm looking for any obviously designated rooms that, oh, you couldn't go here before. You've not been into this room yet. Oh, I haven't really set a new objective, I don't know. So, yes, we want to go do this yet. Next. Well, shoot, I don't know. Then we'll go to floor 1. This game really knows how to do atmosphere, like really, really, really well. Have I been... Wait, I haven't been into this level 3 room, have I? Because I don't feel like it would say 3 on it anymore. Hold on, I don't know how quickly it opens. It blasts again. Holy hell, I almost didn't come in here. Yeah, not a lot, but that node... Oh! What was I about to say about not a lot? That node alone is worth 10 grand, and then we got the gold semiconductor, which I think ruby is worth 10,000, so I think gold is like 5,000. I don't remember the name of it right now. There's a King Arthur Knights of the Round Table movie starring, like, Sean Connery and Kevin Costner, I think it is. Don't quote me on that exact cast. I don't remember the exact name of the movie, but there's this one part where Lancelot has to go through a gauntlet, and he watches somebody go and they get whacked by one of the things. It's like non-lethal traps, but you'd probably get the wind knocked out. He maybe break a bone or something like that. And then he watches somebody gets knocked down. He watches somebody gets knocked down. And then he goes himself, and he goes, and I think it's after he is successful.
This is Dr. Elizabeth.
Somebody asks him, like, you know, how did you know where to stop? And his response is, well, I just watched where everybody else failed to go. It was something like that about... It was a very sort of apt sort of like movie way of saying sometimes it's just you gotta go. You just have to go forward. Hesitating too long and in the wrong spot, you can get yourself psyched out and lose track of what you're doing. And anytime I'm in that sort of like move through the fire traps, move through the poison traps, I think of that scene, and I'm badly misremembering it this many years down the line. Mothoth has it. First Night. That sounds like exactly it. Mothoth, how are you? I have seen First Night once in my entire life, and for whatever reason, I remember that scene. Maybe I remember the fact of that scene, since again, I'm not quoting it accurately. So we want to go here, apparently? Hold on, I feel like that's not right. Side objective, yeah. I want to go here. Probably in the tunnels or near tram maintenance. As far as I know, this is tram control and tram maintenance. Like, it wouldn't be over there. So we're going to go here and then see what the line tells us. Mothoth, can you confirm or deny that Kevin Costner and Sean Connery are in that movie? Because I know Costner was. I'm only about 60% sure on Sean Connery. I might be thinking of, like, Dragonheart, in which Sean Connery was actually just a voice. Wait, nope. Okay, no, this wants to go... So I think that maybe we do have to go and do... Well, hold on. Let's zoom out. Let's go to floors. Let's just take a quick look around here to see, is there anything in or around tram control that seems like something we should be doing? That goes back to hydroponics. And this goes forward to nothing. Alright, yeah, then rather than wander, we will switch it back to our main objective and follow that for a minute. Reach the executive shuttle.
Station inaccessible. Please select alternative destination.
So, let's go to the bridge and then see if we can get back to the crew quarters from there. Oh, here we go. Hello to Marquardt, who says Connery's in it, but it's Richard Gere, not Costner. So the one that I was more certain on was the one that's not actually in the movie. Mothoth is saying the remembrance sounds fairly accurate. Yeah, I've definitely got the dialogue wrong, but the overall message is sometimes not that they failed because they went too quickly, like they were rushing. It's that they weren't quick enough. Okay, I'm glad that the line is picked up and has a sense of where to go. Because I was just going to be guessing on how to get back to the crew quarters. How do I stand on force gun versus line gun? Well, I've got some stuff to sell anyway. Okay, I've got all the money that we might possibly need to get the next rig, so I should probably not be so hesitant to buy... Also, we can sell a bunch of these. So, hold on. In my inventory, I've got 9 force energy plus whatever we've got in the gun, and in my storage, we've got lots of line racks, like a lot of them. let's do this. Let's go to inventory, and let's go to... No, let's go to storage, and let's get the line gun out. And then let's grab some line racks as well. Because I've got ammo for everything else. Let's equip this. We're going to equip line rack on... What do we like? Let's put that over here. And we'll just make sure that it's ready to go. And what was the alternate fire on the line rack? I haven't done a lot of alternate fire on this. I just don't remember. Laser trap. Costs 1 rack. Okay, we'll see what laser trap is like. If it's only 1... I like it when it's either fire a shot or do this other thing. That's a lot better than fire a shot or use an entire magazine. I think I remember this space. I think there's a slammy door coming up. Unless we got that shut down. And also maybe I've never been here at all, because if I miss that, God help me. Nope. Pick it up. I keep expecting that at some point we'll visit, like, the captain's quarters, and it will look like Lex Luthor's office or something. It'll just be clean and shiny marble and, like, a chandelier. It'll be, like, the space of a ballroom or something. Like, there's gotta be one space on this ship that is nice. 2 nodes. Well, let's at least look at line gun. We'd go for capacity and damage. I like both of those for reasons that I've stated throughout the playthrough. Reload and duration. Reload, not so much, but duration, yes. The Ripper, if we'd get to more damage. Oh, hold on, we could. I don't care about the ricochet, but if we went for capacity and damage on the Ripper gun, I think we might do that. Then again, aren't I... Like, we've done damage on this. Maybe we want to do damage on line gun. Yeah, let's do capacity and damage. I just feel like stacking all of the upgrades into weapons are great until you don't have ammo for those specific weapons. And then you're like, well, shit.
Isaac, I'm losing you. Something on the crew deck must be interfering with the signal.
I can guess what that something is.
If the marker's active... Shit. The crew deck is locked down, but the deck supervisor might have an override key. The last location I have for her is the gym. How long will it take to install the singularity core on that shuttle?
Not long, if no one tries to stop me.
Hurry. We can't leave the marker in their hands.
Also, now knowing that the singularity core is basically like a flux capacitor, like it does look like you just plug it in. I was thinking that it was going to be a whole array.
Lifting station lockdown.
Oh, and wait, now that we're here, I think that we can now switch over to do Tram Supervisor Benson, because he was in, now that we're in the crew area. It's the game saying that we can do this, like it stopped, what is this now? So far, this game has been really good about, here's a side quest, but don't stress about it, because you can't do that yet. Oh, that was... fuck? Well, they didn't do too much damage. The line gun, like, it just doesn't feel like it does that much. It's one of the reasons I wanted to put a little bit of damage on it, because at the moment it just feels like it definitely does damage, but it doesn't have the visceral impact that the Ripper Blade or the Force Gun do for sure. The Force Gun, you know when you hit a guy with that. They come back just a goo. Alright, let's see if we can make our way to a save point. I feel like I've made some choices. Okay, one of us has to stop moving. Oh, that was an interesting little animation. Okay, crew deck key. Shop. I want a save point a lot. Yeah, here we go. Wait, what does this say? It's time... Infidels. Oh, right, because the crew quarters is where all of the unitologists were. Wait, what's happening with their faces? Oh, they're all covered up. That's one way to save on facial modeling. Oh, hold on, we've got movie posters. The Blood of Medusa, starring Jasmine Duffy. See, I just don't know how to pronounce the middle name. Ken? I don't know how to pronounce that. And Alfonso Pedrovesi. Then we've got Dark Field, Endless Darkness, Endless Dread. Well, you do want to tamp down in some of this overly bright environments with a nice horror movie from time to time. And then we've got Beyond Metal Fest. With all of their greatest hits like Convergence Rejects and Soul Claws. The Soul Cleanse. No. CL. No, that is Cleanse. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a U. We're going to stop looking at movie posters now. I'm pretty sure the name I was trying to think of before was Ryan. No new rigs for sale. We can buy that, though. Let me pull out at least some of our... Oh, wait, I did the opposite, though. Sorry, that... I didn't mean to put it away. Okay, have we... That's our way to go. And that's the tram station. Why do I feel like there's a surface in here I haven't touched yet? We can't go through there. Oh, ever. What is this? Crew deck keycard. All right. From a distance, I just interpreted that as like you need the master key to do that. Well, hold on. As always, our rule is if the line points that way... Z-ball rules. Use the kinesis module to grab the ball and shoot it into the rings before the timer runs out. Beating each level yields a reward that can be claimed from the lockers. When the center of a ring lights up, target that ring for a score multiplier, play ball. So this actually does... I was talking about the shooting range before, but this actually feels like it might be a minigame. We are not going to spend a large amount of time here, but you can earn up to 6 prizes.
Entering zero gravity.
Starting game. Level 1.
What? Hold on. Are there monsters? Why are all of the mini games a game to survive? Hold on. Hold on, I can't... I feel like line racks are in too short of supply. For them to take 3 shots. Oh, that sucks. I don't know what that is, by the way. Okay. Do we have any idea? No. Well, I came in here with lots of health and lots of ammo, and now I'm leaving with nothing. And also no blitzball points. Are we allowed to try this one more time? Also, I did see that power cube over there, so we needed to come in here under all circumstances. Let me put this right here. Maybe the monsters will chill out for a minute and we can play some ball. It talked about a score multiplier, but I'm not... I feel like I don't get it right now. Is that one flashing, so I want to shoot it into that one? I'm so sorry. I'm completely missing the score multiplier section of this. Oops. It'd be awesome if we got all of the rewards on the first try. Although it really would speak to Isaac Clarke being in the wrong field. Imagine learning at his age that he's the best zero-G basketball player of all time. And under these circumstances where, like, it's not like he's going to be able to take his Blitzball certificate home. Well, hold on. Oops. See, now I'm getting real sloppy with it. I don't know what I was thinking there. Blarg. Okay. Well, there's our score. 185 out of 220.
Reward locker now accessible. Congratulations.
That is the conclusion of our time with 0G basketball. Okay, but come on.
Exiting zero gravity.
All right, so now we can do that, but we definitely... Oh, look at that! We did get almost all of them. Let's start from rank 1. What do we get? Bullets. I mean, I'm not mad about it, but it's kind of a funny prize for when this is just a good time. So what? So wait. Oh, you know what it'll be? It would be a power node. And I'm not going to do more of that right now. Or, again. Glad it's in there, but also we've completed our time with that. So I use all of my line racks shooting babies. We're going to put back in the force gun for now. You'd think that with its big wide beam, the line rack would be great against babies. Like you could sever all 3 of their tentacles at the same time. But the trouble is, it takes 3 line racks, as far as I can tell, to get them. This is... Oh, right, because she's missing an arm. Or not. Actually, no, her arm is, like, folded back behind her. Look at that. That is a gruesome death. So she's missing a lot of her torso as well. On the off chance... No. All right. I thought maybe another credit card or something. Okay. Timeout. Because locker room and showers I feel like I haven't been into yet. No. Hold on. Well, thank goodness when they completely backed me into this corner, they were mostly just interested in nuzzling. Oh, you guys, remember the cipher that we found earlier, like an episode or 2 ago? That, I bet you we could... translate that, if I'd written any of it down. Back in the old Ultima 7 days, a lot of the text in the game, like street signs or, you know, road signs and stuff, were all written in Britannian, which is this repurposed lettering, really. It was all in English, but like it was a letter swap. And so you had to like read in the manual to do it. And I played so much Ultima 7... Maybe Ultima 5 as well. Advanced engineering rig. You guys, this is a new suit. I played so much of it that I actually, for a while, had that alphabet completely memorized. I will not have the opportunity in my life to memorize the Dead Space alphabet. Wait, this doesn't... What's on the other side here, then? Common area. Oh, wait, wow, this really does go back around. Okay. Then is there anything else in here for us? Because now all I want is a store. I'm sorry, where am I on this map? Okay, I was just zoomed out a bit. So, I feel like I don't know what this long chamber is. Oh, that's the court. All right. Yeah, I bet that there's like some fun stuff here. I bet a bunch of it is going to be, you know, I want to kill everyone. And then there's going to be the cake is a lie. I bet you at least one of the wall scrolls. Oh, shit! What weapon is this? I'm going to have to ask you to stop that. Oh, fuck! Really wasn't counting my force gun shots. I kept trying to burn the flyer, hoping that that would prevent him. Okay, and then he just turned into vapor. Okay, you can't turn invisible, though. That's not one of your powers. Okay, little bit of a glitch there. I feel like we'll be okay now. And there is a store here, which is great. I think the flyer there managed to... I don't know if it's these corpses as well that he can get, but he definitely managed to reanimate a bunch of the corpses in this room, which made that a tougher fight than if I'd successfully gotten him dead. Advanced engineering rig. Oh, 60 grand. That's more expensive than I expected. Now I'm glad we saved the money. I feel inclined to buy 2 nodes. I feel inclined to buy 3 nodes because we're going to sell one of these as well. Yeah. Alright. Isaac is dead broke. But if we really needed to, we could sell some stasis pods as well. Let's find our way to a bench, and we're going to apply those nodes probably to the suit, and I'm going to save it as well. Okay, that's the way that we go, but there is a bench right back there. So what do I always forget that you can keep that open, but this is the way. Oh. I feel like I'm in the right room. And I would be wrong, because the right room is over here. Huh. No new... So I wonder what, like, this node up here is, for example. Or this one down here. I wonder if that's, like, the DLC suit. There is a DLC suit. I wonder what some of that stuff would be. So when you go with size that I absolutely don't care about. Air. Energy is always nice. And then size. I mean, it's not that size is the worst thing. But duration is really nice. Oof. I'm kind of intrigued by energy and then duration. And then maybe air. I haven't really decided. Plasma cutter is not entirely maxed out. Lots of capacity upgrades left on that. Pulse rifle, which I'm not currently using, has multiple damage upgrades still to get. Line gun, can we get to any damage upgrades? So we could go to capacity and then damage. What is this down here? Greatly increases laser trap damage. Well, almost any damage upgrade on this would be fun. The Ripper, can we get to any damage upgrades? Yeah, so here we could go with capacity and then damage on this. I think we might do that. I use the Ripper all the time. And then that still leaves one more node. Can we do anything fun with flamethrower? We can do a reload. A reload or capacity upgrade. What does this get us? I don't care about firewalls. Contact beam. I fired that once. Force gun. Alright, you know what? Let's see if we can get a damage upgrade for the force gun. Okay, now we're on to our main objective. Just to lock in our upgrades. Oh, right, that's the way that we're going. Yep, now that we've got the key card.
Logging security card.
Oh. Well, I should have checked to see where Mercer's quarters were, because maybe that's on deck 3. I guess we can do it on the way out of the crew quarters. Let me just look very quickly. Actually, you know what? We'll step out. Okay, good. That is actually straight ahead for us. Hopefully that means it will go up to deck 3 after.
You're not gonna hurt anyone else.
I'd say your usefulness is run out.
Mercer!
Still alive, Mr. Clark. I'm still denied convergence thanks to this ingrate.
Mercer, wait. Tell me. I want to understand. What is convergence?
But you already know. Dead or living, we all feel the marker's true purpose. Don't you want to be reunited with the people you lost? Yes. Then why not with me? Mr. Temple has refused, but we are so close. Everything that has happened on the Ishimura is just the beginning.
When you put it that way, you and your marker can go to hell.
Shame.
No! God damn it!
And a slow death. Stasis. I think your death will come faster.
Really? Okay, let's try to get out of here. Maybe after we get this box. And this box. Oh, man. Grab, grab, grab. Oops. Okay, don't have all the stasis in the world. Like, we've got some, but... More stuff. Achievement unlocked. Loot 40 things while being chased by an unstoppable killing machine. So, speaking of unstoppable, there's no way out of here, actually. Oh, wait! And I'm out of stasis. I just now noticed. Fuck. Fuck! Go!
But you're on it, right, Isaac? Everything's gonna be just like it was.
Wait, back that way? I don't want to go that way.
I'm sorry about everything.
Man, I'm so curious what some of these wall things say. Oh, look, it's not in English. Okay, I don't know that I can get to Mercer's quarters right now. Not with that thing running around. So we're going to switch tasks. Yeah, that seems a little bit more doable right now. Fuck! I don't know what just blew up, and I'm gonna die here. I can't get out! No! Boo! On the plus side, we have a nice checkpoint here. How much more health do I have? Because I need all of it. Oh, actually we're doing pretty well. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I still don't know what blew up last time. Like, I was in a lake of fire when I died, and... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I accidentally did the firewall. I don't feel like I hit anything other than the main button, but I might have. Maybe that's what firewall does. That ruby semiconductor is a full node. You know what else? Force gun would have been really great against those swarms. I bet it would have knocked them all dead immediately. Well, let's sell our ruby semiconductor and we'll think about buying a node as well. That's 20 grand. I think we'll buy a couple nodes. I have no health in storage. In my body, I currently have 4 health kits. Yeah, I think we're going to buy nodes. If I really, really need to, we've got other stuff that we can sell for health or ammo. I do think I want the stasis energy. I might get the air, but I really want to get... What was it? Was it damage on the force gun? Yeah, that's it. That's our other one right there. We go spend this immediately. I can't think of any reason to hold on to it. Really? It sent me... Oh, you know what? When I died... So from here, we've got three realms of capacity, with one of them leading up here towards gravity wells now cause damage over time. Capacity is not bad, and if we go to damage and then that specialty, I feel like that's a good track. Yeah. Let's switch our objective back to destroy the tendril in standard quarters. Oh, thank goodness. Wait. Okay, now thank God. I just want to make sure that there's nothing back here, though. That's the mess hall that we came through. And then we already got everything over there. All right.
Patient? Isaac. Symptoms: mania, delusion, fire. What was the last strongest? The grief or the guilt?
Was he saying anything other than, like, inane muttering? He said Isaac at one point, he said prognosis. It didn't seem to be very coherent. Can you pick up these blades and throw them? Is that what you're supposed to be doing with these? I bet that's what you're supposed to be doing with those. The entire game, I was never thinking about using those as debris to throw, but they always spit out those bladed fans. Let's try that next time we see an opportunity to just skewer somebody. Wait, where are we going? Destroy the tendril in standard quarters. Really? Okay. I gotta say, it wasn't gonna occur to me to look for a door back here. Big piles of furniture, video game language for you can't go this way. I kind of want to look over here though first. The poison room looks great and all. Like I can't wait, but also okay, need a power core. The trouble is, will I recognize a power core if I see one? Like, if I'm in the room with one. They seem... when they're not lit up in blue or red, they don't always draw the eye. All right, and then that way goes back out the way that we were. There wasn't like a power core in like this pile of trash or anything, was there? No, I don't see anything. If I'm overlooking it, I'm gonna feel bad.
Toxic hazard detected.
Okay, hold on. Take a deep breath.
Toxic hazard detected.
What? But that was going so well. Right up until he just said, man, your neck looks pretty vulnerable.
Marcus is ready. Patient. Symptoms. Mania.
All right, we know that the door's over there. Let's see if there's anything else to pull out of here. I remember that there was like $100. Oh, well. $100 chip that was like on top of one of the lockers at one point. I'm gonna hit that save station this time. Oh, right, there was something back here. Gig of Shadows is saying keep your head in the game. I've left my head in the game. It's still there. Okay, maybe stasis on those guys? Let's definitely save it. Now that we picked up all that stuff.
Toxic hazard detected.
I don't know that I want to go too terribly far down there without getting a breath, and to be honest, another save. Like that was a quick death. I felt like I know I got whipped a bunch by the pod babies, but I wasn't expecting to go down that fast. I thought the fight was over and in my favor. There was a fan that I thought that we could throw, but these guys aren't really the most fannable. Oh, but that'd help. Hold on, let's throw this explosive canister at them. Okay, but die or something. Like, what's up? Do we have anything else to explode? Let me grab some air. Oh, there's a power core. And just in case you wouldn't see it, there's a floodlight pointing right at it. I'm still a little amazed that I saw it. It's the exact sort of thing I would still be able to overlook. But man, they wanted to make it hard. Look at the lighting here with like the shadows of the cage cast across things in the room. I remember seeing something like that for the first time in Splinter Cell, like the pre-release contents for Splinter Cell, and just being like, wow, look at that amazing lighting, like that shadow casting. Okay. Be dead, tentacle baby. Fuck off. Okay. Okay, now he's dead as well. So now we just take out Tentacle Baby. And hopefully we're good. Alright, we'll grab this just for good measure. We don't get charged by the huff. That's really nothing, though, huh? Yep, alright. It's over here, yeah? It's just all of these wall fans that have been smashing the whole game. I kept thinking, like, well, maybe they'll hide stuff back there, or there'll be an enemy that come out. It'll be something like cool and interesting. And the whole game, I keep smashing them open, and then there's nothing back there, and nothing ever comes out. And now, for the first time in what is this episode? Fuck! Wait, where'd he go? He dropped $100 and said, "I'm out." I was actually looking for the force gun. I wanted to knock that guy away. Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm exploring, and it's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm always amazed at just the concept of, like, group ritual suicide. There's documentaries and stuff that have gone over it, but what was it? Was it Jonestown? What was the, like, you've all heard the phrase drink the Kool-Aid, right? Well, there's a real historical event where they did that, and it was like laced with cyanide. And the part that I could never understand is I've personally never witnessed somebody die of cyanide poisoning, but my understanding is that it is a graphic affair. And I kind of feel like no matter how fervent my belief was, if I was in line for the Kool-Aid and the person in front of me drank the Kool-Aid and I witnessed what happened next, I would be very likely to say, oh, no thanks, I've changed my mind. Like, whatever my... By the way, I like that this pillar has spines in it. Whatever my level of, like, religious fervency or, like, cultish fervency, whatever, was up to that moment, I kind of feel like witnessing that go down would be enough to shake me out of it. And yet, to a large extent, my understanding is that that's not what happened in that real-world historical case. It's like, how did they pull that off? And, like, there's a lot of information out there for people that want that answer. But it just seems like the idea of being in a large group of people, and like the marker was having its, oh look, there it is. That's the thing. I probably can't interact with it right now, and certainly don't want to. Oh, I can go in there. I feel like I simultaneously feel like I'm not supposed to be here, and also this game doesn't really let you go places that you're just straight not supposed to be. Okay. Real quick, can we take a quick look at Mercer's quarters? Is that still something that we can do, or we... No, that's back that way as well. Okay, I feel like I've really wandered into a very far away. And also, as we're going, this is not, you know, again, I've never been in a cult. I've never been subject to that kind of psychological conditioning. I've never been deprived of protein for, you know, weeks on end and isolated from friends and family and, you know, sort of like gone over with a fine-tooth comb to be changed to think in this particular way. So I have no particular judgment against people who have been in... Wait, where are you telling me to go, Isaac? Oh, just there, is it? Just ride on that. All right, I think that we go back to what we were doing before. Jab is clarifying that it was Jonestown. Yeah, I tend to get my, you know, the names of my various charnel houses confused with one another. Last I knew... Wait, now what are you telling me? Well, okay, hold on, Isaac. We need to pursue our main objective for a while here. I believe at the time, and for all I know is still, it was the first time that a United States congressperson, like member of the House of Representatives, I believe, was killed while performing their official duties. Well, shoot. Let's look the map. Well, that's locked, Isaac. What do we want to do then? This is the marker room. Although it shows that we can go there, I don't really see how. Maybe those are the lifts that are locked down? Alright, let's go in here. I might actually have a node, but believe it or not, right at the moment, I really want to try to move forward on this. There's sections of exploration, and there's sections of, like, upgrading.
Toxic hazard detected.
And then there's sections of... I'm kind of blocked off from... Hold on. Nope. I feel like... Do I do line racks? No, those are awfully expensive for this. Let's use this. there's sections where it's like you've got to advance the main story in order to get to anything new. Yeah, really locked in here. Okay. This is maybe too many guys. Wait, where are we going? This way. Okay, now that's the power core. Now we're on to something that we had done previously, which is use the power core to get this elevator up and running. Now we go upstairs, and with that tendril gone, maybe we can get to some places that were blocked off earlier. Okay, very specific that he wants to go around the room in this way. Ah, because of that barricade. Thought that was a door. I tried to use kinesis on that to, like, pull it towards, but I don't know if that had anything to do with it breaking. Okay, now we're in the mark room. So I was coming here a little bit early. And one of the tendrils has been cleared. Alright. Sure, let's go ahead and do this. Let me grab this just in case we want it later. Alright, we'll just keep that right there. There is a shop and there is a save point. I like the sound of that save point, and I also heard something that I just passed by. What was this? Thank God. Alright, that's our way. That's to the deluxe quarters. I don't want to drag that explosive canister around too much. Again, sometimes games like this get real...
What's happening? Find the shuttle. You need to install the singularity core. Isaac! Isaac, can you hear me?
Real particular about what objects and what geometry are in what area. Okay, I wasn't expecting the stasis to make anything blow up. There we go.
Quarantine lifted.
So I took more damage than I needed to, but also it was only like 1 pip of damage, and I used a bunch of flamethrower fuel, or at least some, but other than that was able to get it mostly done with kinesis, which I feel like I should be better with at this time in the game. Man, that looks like something. Okay, so I'm ready to go that way. These doors don't have power, and nor do they have, like, power ports where you would power them on. So I assume there's going to be a surge protector later on. Fuse box, rather. That pipe can also be thrown. I never see those until after the fight is done. Oh. I turned away because I was like, well, she seems to be having a good time. There's no reason for me to harsh that buzz, and I can't tell what you're doing, baby. And then I heard like a scrape, and I was like, oh, is she turning now? Is she like gonna turn into a necromorph? And I turned around just in time to see what happened. Caught me off guard was all. To join is to survive. The other thing about Jonestown is that my understanding is that they did a lot of like practice drills of drinking, you know, when the time comes, everybody, and they were all drinking like unsweetened Kool-Aid, which, if you've ever tasted unsweetened Kool-Aid, is incredibly sour. It's very, very bitter, like stomach turning, and like that was sort of like the prep to sort of like go through with it. And
Isaac. Sorry, late shift. How are you?
My mother, she's,
Octavia? How's she doing?
she's dead, Nicole. They both are. She killed my dad, then herself.
Oh.
Yeah. The church. They took the bodies before I could,
Oh my God. Oh, Isaac, I'm so sorry. Fucking told you brainwashing.
Stop it. Just stop talking. You said she was herself again. You said she would be better at home. I trusted you. God. You might as well have killed him yourself.
She was better. You told me to leave for the Ishimura. You pushed me to... You know what? Go to hell, Isaac.
Nicole. Nicole! Nicole! I didn't... Oh, God. No. Not her, too.
Isaac. It's me. I wish I could talk to you.
She wanted to talk. I didn't listen.
Sorry.
I can make it right.
I'm sorry
I can save us both.
about everything.
Didn't feel really great about looting during that. Not sure I feel so great about looting after that, but the alternative is fetal position, so...
Log retrieved.
Is it recording? Can't miss anything. There's just cruelty. He was deciphering how the marker's signal affects the brain and how... Oh my God.
Dr. Brennan. Let me guess. Terrence Kyne let you in. Shame he's not here.
He didn't understand how this tragedy represents a chance to cure death.
Go on.
These creatures, reanimated tissue, cellular immortality. I know we've never seen eye to eye, but I understand now. There's so many I should have saved.
So you came to me.
Because you've learned how to communicate with the marker. I'm so close. I thought it must have the secrets that I need.
You are a woman of science, not faith. Leave the marker to me. These are your autopsy notes. Very thorough. You'll need them peer-reviewed, of course. And poor Terrence isn't here to help you.
Yes. There's only one man I trust now.
Very thorough indeed. And useful for Mr. Harris's next surgery.
No related rig activity has been logged.
Okay, I didn't know this was our side objective. I'm glad that we did this. I am so curious what that says. And like the way that it's scrawled, it honestly feels like even with the cipher, it would be kind of difficult to make out. But the thing is, I'm sure there's like 1,000 wikis and like YouTube videos and stuff that go over it. Okay, was there anything else? So now, the only other thing to do is build the master security override, which is in the captain's nest. That should be all the rigs I need. I can compile a master security override from the console in the captain's nest. Okay. Inner is saying that it says red rum. Alright, so we're still looking for the tendril. Well, shit. Oh, I think I accidentally burned a second thing there. I was trying to shoot the one that I had, just... Like, that's not it, is it? Maybe it is. Okay. So much goo. Fuck. I don't know what to do here. I am trying so hard to get away. I have no health. Oh, maybe I... Okay, I don't know why I couldn't use it before, but fuck it. Who cares? Oh, thank God. Okay, do I have any more health? I have that much health. That's it. Oh my God. I can't. Is this the regenerator? It super is. Okay, we gotta get the hell out of here. Anything to pick up? Nope. No. Okay. Go. Okay, then this way. This way is fine. Swear to God. Go! Go! What do we have left? Because right now I'm dry. I have nothing. Not really. Let's move this to inventory. Let's move this to inventory. Force energy. We'll move this to inventory. Give me a second to reload everything. Okay. I want the force gun again. Yeah, hold on. We've got a lot of ammo for the force gun relative to its power. I think I'm going to put the line racks away again. This is all force energy? Yeah. Oh, yes, and the force gun upgrade. Did I... Wait, doesn't that... No, that goes to the bench. That's why it didn't go in here. Okay. Inventory. Well, I can put a bunch of these away. Let's move to storage, 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 and storage. Although I might use one. I'd rather, you know, recharge off a kiosk. Let's put this away. And we'll put one of these away. Okay, that leaves me plenty of walking around pocket space. In the executive quarters. Boy, I hope they have a lot of cash in the executive quarters. Thank you, large med pack.
My friends, is this what you hoped for when you signed your lives away to the church? Does this carnage look like transcendence? I don't know what lies beyond death,
Not anymore. But I do know our lives are more than just fuel for convergence. If we work together, we can fight this evil. It's not too late. Please.
So I was talking earlier about it'd be cool if there was like a really, really nice place in the ship, and I think it's this, and this place still sucks. still swarming with flesh tentacles and corpses. Oh boy. Like, I would not want to spend a lot of stream time like translating this, but what do you suppose that says? This like ritual circle with the 4 people all around it. CEC Shareholders Pamphlet 202, please do not distribute. Planet cracking is dismantling of planets and moons on a macro scale by dedicated vessels known as planet crackers. Entire worlds are fractured with gravity tethers to reveal the rich seams of valuable minerals contained inside. These fractured pieces of debris are mined, processed, and then shipped to their destination. You may have read environmentalist reports claiming the destruction of a planet can destroy an entire solar system due to the disruption in the gravitational forces that hold each celestial object in orbit. Some of the wilder reports claim that this causes the whole system to spin out of control, or planets to smash into each other. We would direct concerned investors to the article Safe and Sustainable, CEC's Pledge to the Health of Our Galaxy for a detailed breakdown of the truths about planet cracking. The short answer is planet cracking is perfectly safe and provides an essential service to Earth and the colonies. Out of over 3, how long does this go? Oh my god. Okay, so we get it. That's a long text document. Planet cracking. It's great. They've even got marker centerpieces. These people are really dedicated to what they like. To Captain... They've said the name a couple times. Matthias. I'm trying to think of how they were pronouncing it. Fleet position confirmed. To Captain Benjamin Matthias. Referencing our pre-departure discussion, I am blessed to report that the Vested have authorized a premium stasis capsule for you aboard the Church's Holy Fleet. Congratulations. Your generous donations over the years have already covered all post-mortem stasis and cryopreservation fees. While I cannot guarantee which ark will safeguard your physical body, all fleet vessels are designed for centuries of deep space operation and equipped with state-of-the-art defense technology, ensuring that convergence will proceed without interference when the holy hour approaches. I must reiterate that this berth is conditional upon the successful completion of your pilgrimage. Once the marker is safely delivered into church hands and all electronic records have been appropriately amended, I will be pleased to finalize your resting place amongst the church's most blessed, including Altman himself. Praise be the marker and his prophets, Phoebe Tremaine, Sanctified Messenger, Fleet Selection and Security, Church of Unitology. All of correspondence is monitored. Disclosure of any information in this message to heretical parties is strictly forbidden and punishable by seizure of property and or excommunication. They kind of seem like jackasses. Oh, hold on. That probably was not good for me. Personal log, D. White, First Officer. Goddamn unis are running the ship. So far I know for sure Captain Matthias, Kine, Mercer, Holt, Carrillo, Pitts, Red, Maynard, Shonda, Espeleta, and Natividad. Hopefully I'm close on that. That many senior officers just happen to be marker heads? Can't be coincidence. I know a stacked deck when I see one. Update, checked some files. A lot of those reassignments started after Director Eckhart got chatty with the captain. Since when does the C-suite give a damn about personnel? Ishimura journal. Unfortunately, that journal we can't read. Okay, that's everything in the first officer's quarters. Not a large room, but a nicely appointed one. Executive bathroom, okay. Well, let's get those pods on the way out. If I seemed very... If I seemed very calm about that tendril explosion with the subsequent sound effects, I can assure you that I thought something was coming in. Okay, we've done everything in here.
Anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
What am I stuck on, though? Okay.
Lifted.
I feel like that could have gone a lot worse. And all the guys in here had money. Not a lot, but it adds up. I kept hoping to, like, identifiably kill some of those guys so that I could, like, pick up their parts and throw them into each other. And that is how I killed the last guy. It just didn't feel as... Okay, so the second officer's power line goes into this room. I would like that out of the way, please.
Logging security card.
Okay, nothing under the bed, nothing over here, just the one thing that requires a master override. I don't think I'll be coming back up here. I do want to craft the master override, I just will be a little bit surprised if I possibly remember to come back up here with it. Nope, no idea. I feel like this room was really difficult to get in. Like, not really difficult, but like more difficult. Like you had to know to go in there and then cut it and then come back over here to check it. This has really very little. Okay, let's be done with that, please. Huh, okay. I don't see anything else in here. Just that weird wall scroll and nothing else. All right. Speaking of, oh, it's in the captain's nest. I was gonna say, where do we craft the super key card? And it was said in the captain's nest, which I'm fairly certain is on the bridge. I figure we'll do that after we settle whatever we're doing here in the crew quarters.
Hi, I'm Dr. Terrence Kine. Remember we spoke on the Valor?
If you're real, let me in. I need to destroy that cluster behind you.
Not yet. Escape on that shuttle and you'll kill us all. When they took the marker from Aegis 7, it woke the being in the core of the planet.
The hell is that?
Mercer calls it the hive mind, an nexus organism which controls these necromorphs telepathically. If we leave while the hive mind is active, well, you saw the Valor. If even a single necromorph escapes, humanity is finished. But the marker... Emilia, she knew. She told me it would return the beast to its slumber.
Okay, so if we return the marker to Aegis 7, it'll stop the outbreak?
Exactly. But we need the shuttle to return it to the planet. You have a singularity core, and I can let you through. So what do you say?
If it'll end this for good, deal.
Excellent. I can distract Mercer, but not for long. And get the marker to the shuttle bay quickly. Thank you, Mr. Clark, for helping me fix my mistakes.
Clearance confirmed.
When I walked in, I wasn't yet sure who we were talking to. She was only a voice at first, but now she is my constant companion again. I'd forgotten how much her presence soothes me, and as always, she sees to the heart of the problem. The marker must be returned. Perhaps there's been some kind of accident, some severance, Do the marker and the hive mind always coordinate, or can the hive mind slip the marker's influence somehow? Regardless, if this theory is correct, if the two are now at odds, if the marker can quell the hive mind, it would cut the puppeteer's strings at a stroke. It seems obvious in retrospect. These necromorphs have no intelligence. How could they? Yet there's clear, if rudimentary, purpose behind their actions, especially the gathering of corpses. They're clearly following some drive to kill living organisms and gather biomass. But where does this drive come from? How does it command them? Do all necromorphs converted by a marker share this bond, pact instinct? Or is the hive mind demonstrating a genuine telepathic communication, perhaps the first ever observed? How painful to admit that the marker's horrors still hold a fascination for me. Now I think I understand my predecessors, those who first studied the black marker, rather better. The road to hell begins with unprincipled curiosity. Foolish, foolish, foolish. I should have known sabotaging the engines was only a stopgap. Are we returning to Earth? Is the marker falling back into the Church's hands? Yes, Amelia, there's always alternate solutions. Always. See, Isaac, his delusion is the one telling him that we have to put the marker back on the planet. I'm not sure that Amelia is a reliable source of information on this. She might be a little bit biased. Well, but I want to know what's in maintenance hall. I want to touch this bench very much. Force gun upgrade. And we got an extra power core. So let's look at the force gun, because I've been enjoying this, well, in general. So we can do a damage upgrade and get up to gravity wells. I haven't done that, but, I mean, if it would keep enemies off me for a little bit of time, that'd be great. Gravity wells have a larger radius. Well, you know, let's do damage first. And then I'll take any opportunity to do more damage. Rate of fire, I don't use that much. Reload is fine, I guess. If we do that, we can get to another point of damage. Then again, if we do this, we can get to another point of damage. Yeah, I'd rather have the capacity. Let's do that. Yeah, if I was Isaac, I'd be talking to this guy and being like, who told you that now? Amelia? Okay. Is she in the room with us right now? Because I don't know that I trust her judgment on this. Alright, so the next step would be to retrieve the marker, and yo, it's right there. Before we touch that, though, I do feel like... Where is this? Oh, well, for starters, it's down here.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Alright, as ambushes go, that one went real well. I feel like that's how this game is supposed to be played, as opposed to whatever the hell I'm usually doing. Okay. Let's look at the map quickly. Hold on. So, build the master authorized. Security override. So if we zoom out a little bit. Actually, I'm not going to be able to parse this. Let's go see if we can do it, because I feel like unleashing the marker is going to be a big deal. Well, shoot, I don't know. Sure. It said up. Wait, okay. Whoops.
Bridge.
It's possible we were headed to the bridge in like 3 minutes, but for all I know, this is
Arriving at the bridge.
the last good opportunity to do this. I don't know if I have money. We do have 10 grand. And we can sell that. These will move to storage. These will move to storage. These will move to storage. I don't want to move those to storage. These will move to storage. And then at the shop, I'm gonna buy a core, a Nexus. What are these called? Node. Also, maybe it's just ahead. I would very much like a free recharge. It doesn't look like there's any available. The stasis energy is what that was. Okay, mental note: don't fall in the hole. That was very disappointing. I feel like the developers of the game would be very surprised that I found my way down into that hole.
Security override generated for Isaac Clarke. All access will be logged.
Alright, so now any place that we needed to get into, we could get into. The thing is, generally speaking, I don't know that I want to go back through every possible section of the ship. Like that one chest that we found in the executive suite just a short time ago, that would be interesting to revisit. It would be a good test because we know exactly where it is, and if we open that up and it's like $100, then yeah, no thanks, we'll pass on it. But you know, it seems like a cool New Game Plus thing where you've got the master override key, just can unlock everything right away. That's pretty cool. But in terms of like going around, but if you open it up and it's like a ruby semiconductor or something, oh, okay, now you're talking. I don't like this. As we were saying, all of our side missions are done. Retrieve the marker. On our way, I noticed that before, or earlier in this episode, really, some places that were locked by the master override key, like even individual chests seem to have like a little star next to them. So let's see on our way back if there's any starred items or moments on the map that we can touch. And I do want to save it. That's actually why I hit the shop a moment ago. I mistook it for a save slot. The only trouble with going back to the executive suite is I'm not super sure that I can find it quickly, and I don't want to wander too far on that. But let's see. I know it was upstairs, and I know it was like off the main atrium, not the 0G gym. Central Nexus sounds about right. Oh, well, don't mind being up here. This isn't what I had in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the entire game, I successfully stopped a flyer before it reanimated half dozen corpses in the room.
Clearance confirmed.
This is almost feeling competent. How are we doing? Good? Yeah, see, I really want to open up one of those master override things. If it's something awesome, like a special rig or weapon upgrade or, you know, $1,800, then at least it's something. But if it's a big womp womp, oh, $100 bill, you lost the raffle. Actually, they did such a fantastic job with the interface in this game. Not just its presentation, which, I mean, of course they did, but just, it's so natural what you touch with the analog stick versus what you do with the D-pad. It just always feels very correct. All right, where does this go? To the mess hall? I feel like the quarters and stuff were upstairs. This is very much not it, though. Oh. That goes back to maintenance hall. Let me look around up here. That's the store. Deluxe quarters. Hold on, we're not so far off. To the executive quarters. All right. This is where we wanted to be. Oh, I didn't even see the photographs on the other side. I was looking at all of these. And now, I just don't remember exactly... Hold on. I don't want to get babied. Oh, shit, there's another one. That does work. It's just funny how he barfed out a reward. Thank you for killing me. So I wanted to see if it was starred on the map. Absolutely not. Okay, so we'll search through these. I thought I'd noticed that some things had a special star on them. Okay, master override, moment of truth.
Logging security card.
Alright, gold semiconductor. So, not necessarily worth going around to every single one, but definitely worth the trip upstairs. That crosses my my threshold of being, I'm glad that we took the time. Okay, let's go get the marker. If we see other opportunities to use the master override, I certainly will. But since that was the only one that I remember for a fact, real easy to get. All right. I really thought that I'd have an opportunity to use that some enemies would be upstairs and that I could use the explosive barrel.
You have it. Now install the singularity core on the shuttle. I'll come help you load the marker. Damn, Mercer's close. Hurry!
Now, I feel like the place that they're going is the planet right below them. So maybe it's their goal to get away, now that I think about it. Because I was going to be like, I don't feel like they would need the singularity core just to go down to the planet. Weren't they already using the shuttle to go down to that very specific planet? But no, that's not their end state. They want to drop off the marker and then also leave. Hold on, I don't like stomping. I didn't see that explosive canister there. There's no reason for Isaac's foot to cause that to explode. It just still seems like a bad idea to deliver it a whole bunch of blunt force trauma. Boy, does this feel like a very concerning room. It's just, there's lots of stuff to pick up. The game is being suspiciously nice. Oh, hey, buddy, we saw that you didn't have a lot of $100 bills or plasma energy. We thought you might want just a quick restock. No, it's good. We got plenty of that stuff. Look, here's another box. You'll never guess what's in it. It's some line racks. You like line racks, don't you? Gosh, we sure love our players. We're gonna give you lots of good stuff. No strings attached. By the way, have you noticed all of the explosive barrels and stasis jars all over the place? No? Okay, good. You won't need those. They're really just set dressing. Oh, right there. We'll put it right in. It's a nice shuttle. I mean, by Dead Space standards. There's no thick metal spikes looking to jab you.
Singularity core replaced. Test fire shuttle engines to complete hardware installation.
Test fire the engines. Well, I probably don't want to stand there. Oh, derp. Oh, well, the shuttle bay controls, maybe. It's either going to be the cockpit, which makes the most sense, or in order to do the test fire, you have to be in here. This guy has a distressing ability to hit me with 0 arms and no legs. Fuck off! What? What? You guys, what is happening right now? Okay, kind of mad about all that. I'm not gonna lie. Anywhere but here. Right. Fuck off! Get away! No! Hold on. Money. Why? What causes any of these guys to die? Okay, whatever you say, baby. Was there a stasis recharge thing in here as well? Shoot, I didn't get that yet. Okay, not to do another lap, but maybe this time I can get those Ripper blades. Oh, this is... Whoops. Nope, there's another guy in there. There is. Go. Come on. Okay. Because we tried freezing him, but then what's-his-face let him out.
You bastard! Take it. Bring convergence! Make us whole!
I can't shoot it around the corner, though. Without more information, I think that hole would be where I would have died.
Do you read me? Mr. Clark? Mr. Clark, come in.
Fuck this ship.
You're alive. Altman be.
Fuck Altman, too. Kendra?
I'm here. But every alert on the Ishimura is screaming. Critical damage to internal systems. The marker just ripped right through the ship. Something pulled it down to the cargo bay.
Kind, pilot the shuttle to the hangar. I'm going after the marker.
Of course. Amelia, quickly.
Wait, Dr. Kine. That guy's lost it. He killed the captain. We can't trust him near the marker.
He says returning it to the planet is the only way to end this. We've got to try. I'm heading to cargo. You ping Nicole's rig and tell her where to go.
Leave it to me.
Thanks. When I get the marker, we're all getting out of here.
Objective canceled. Is there a save point in here? Not that I see, but there's usually one. Is there something bad happening in here? Usually, yeah. There's a save point right over here. So, if that's the end of the Doctor, I'm a little mad about that because, boy, did I want to kill that guy. Like, I really wanted to kill that guy, and getting him just basically smashed like a bug on a windshield is... I mean, at least he's dead. We can all agree at least the man is dead, right? But... boy, did I want to be the one to do it. All right, we're going to call it for this episode here. That's it. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we will catch you in the next one.